Hello everybody, happy Sunday. We've got another food fun game for us here. Truth be told, I was going to play a different game, but it's a game with like actual plot and complexity, and I was like, do I have the brain power for that today? I don't know if I do. Which is wont to happen on the weekend. Oh, but I hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. Sorry about that noise. I don't know if you guys can hear that anyway. I had to itch my earlobe. Okay. But I hope everyone's having a good weekend. It seems like fall temperatures are in hand now, which is lovely. Okay, we're starting at the grill station. Give me just 1 second. Pulling up my manager in the background, just so I can see what's going on. Okay. But yes, it seems like hopefully fall temperatures are kind of in hand. Ours are still kind of on the fence. We're getting like 70s days, which I love, but like today it's supposed to be 80, and it's like, no, that's too high. Cook and flip burger patties. Okay. Wait, I cook and flip them here? Where am I cooking them? Is this the grill? Or is this the grill? I'm not sure. This is the build station. Stack your toppings. Okay. Did we get access to all that at the beginning, or is this another unlock situation? I'm assuming that is like the cook timeness. Okay. Sure. Okay. Medium cooked burger, drag patty. Okay. Ah, okay. Click on it to flip it. I'm assuming that's what I do, right? Okay. So I'll have to get that in hand. Build burger. Bottom bun. Burger. Cheese. Lettuce. Mustard. Bun. Okay, so I'll have to get a hand on the cooking. I think I was doing that right, if I was understanding. I think. Like, if they want it that done, like half on one side, half on the other. I think I was understanding correctly. I believe. Okay. There's a lot of white on this burger, sir. But yeah, I think I'm understanding that right. Hello. Oops, if I'd stop moving my mouse, that would probably be immensely helpful. Okay. Bun. Burger. Mayo. Lettuce. Onion. More mayo. And a bun. Okay, it says grill station 91%, so I think I'm understanding it right. I feel like sometimes you never know with these games, because you'll get to play it and you're like, oh, surely I'm understanding that correctly, And then as you go through the orders, it's like, maybe not. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're gonna try is the key word. I'm gonna have to see if we have an air pump though. But try to get our pool handled, or at least started to be handled if we have to close down for the winter. Because I just know, like, every year, like, we're just a hair's breadth away of that weather completely turning, and I'm just like, ugh. Prudence. Okay. 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 So I feel like this is another game where we won't have upgrades, because it looks like we have access to everything immediately. It's a cookie and a burger. Mm-hmm. Burger, lettuce, pickle, onion, tomato, bun. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, I just know it's gonna be like every year where we're gonna get to like Halloween time and the weather's immediately gonna turn on us. I just know it. Bun, barbecue sauce, burger, cheese, onion, tomato, more barbecue sauce, and bun. At least we don't get points off if they're not like exactly stacked, because that would be unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. Oh, man. But yeah, not that I hate winter weather. I would just like to experience fall a little more before we go straight to freeze our butt off time. As enjoyable as that is. I want to try something too. I want to see if I can have, like, can I have both of those there and then go to the build station? Oh, okay, good. Okay, so they'll just sit there and then you just do what you gotta do. Cheese, lettuce, mustard. Also, I'm so glad the condiment function in this game is not the, you know how the other ones, like, you have to shake it back and forth and stuff? I'm so glad it's not like that in this game, and it's just like one predetermined squirt of stuff, and as long as you get it on the thing, you're good. It's like, thanks for that. Thank you so much. Oh, was that everyone? Okay. Wasn't sure if there'd be more customers. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I have to say about these games, like I said before, oh, there is an upgrade shop. Like I said before, though, the ones with the upgrades and stuff where you can make stuff do things is a little funner. I'm just curious what we got here. Okay, posters, the usual. Hostess. Now, how does that work? Oh, sets an alarm for flipping. Okay. Heat lamp. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Oh, golly gosh, gee. Hello, bringing back memories. Did you play these back in the day? Oh, that makes me feel so old, but I'm happy to bring nostalgia to people. We love these games on this channel. We frequent them. We've been going through the collection slowly but surely. Which ones have we done so far? We've done the pasta one, the I think frozen yogurt one. What other ones have we done, guys? There's one or two more. Yes. The old firewall in the computer lab back in the day. But yeah, we've done pasta, we've done the Freezeria one, we've done pizza, I think is the other one. We did not do the sushi one, actually. It malfunctioned, so I will have to see if I can get that one elsewhere. It's malfunctioned on the computer, so we have not done the sushi one yet. Oh, that's awesome! That is always great. As much as I hate paying my own bills and stuff, as you do, it's definitely nice to have your own place. Oh, wait. The burger doesn't go on the bottom on this one. Tomato. Onion. Lettuce. Now burger. More lettuce. More onion. More tomato. And bun. Oh, that's nice. See, that's convenient. That's convenient to have people that you know close by. I don't have my folks close by, but Spirit here, who's my moderator and my friend, it just so happened coincidentally that the house we bought is like 60 seconds away from her house. So we're real close. Because it just so happened that this was the one house we could A, be able to view, and B, get an offer in on, because no one else had put an offer in. So it just happened that way. There you go. Are these both medium? They are. I'll just go ahead and take your order as well, my dude. Why not? There you go. It's exactly right. Are these all medium? They are. Oh, wait. Let me just go ahead and get hers, too, if we're closed. Let's just get them all. The more the merrier. Okay, everybody's a medium person up in here so far. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I can't put them in specific. It was like guiding me to a specific area. That's right. See, I am anti to spirits kiddos. I am the sometimes a little bit strict auntie, but I am a loving auntie. I love them dearly. Yeah, that's like what. Aw, I'm so glad. Um, I know, like that's what my aunt. You know, my aunt, Spirit. That's what they did, and they used, which I love that they did it, especially now that that house is sold and we don't have it anymore. But I love that they used my grandparents' floor plan for their house because we might not have their house anymore, but if we kind of want to feel nostalgic about it, my aunt's house is pretty much. There's a couple little changes in the floor plan that are different, but for the most part, it's the same house. So it makes me sad and happy at the same time whenever I'm in her house because sad because it makes me remember that house that's no longer part of our family, but happy at the same time, and also, of course, happy because it's her house. Right? Yeah, if your mom's cool with that, I would love to see it. Since we know for sure after the awkward birthday party conversation that your mom doesn't secretly still hate me. Okay. Oh, order station for wait time. Yeah, yeah. You can have a little shack for hanging. But yeah, that's what I told Prometheus. I was like, it would be nice to be able to have the luxury of doing that building house specifications. I can't remember what it's called now because I saw a video on it and I forget. But I guess there's people that, what was it called, like paycheck to paycheck houses or something. But basically what they would do is they had the land already and they would just pay for materials and stuff to build the house as they got paid by their paychecks. So, buy one thing this paycheck, and they were just slowly like building their house like that. And it's like, that would be nice if you have enough income to be able to do that. You could just slowly do it yourself. But yeah, that would be lovely to be able to build a house to the specifications that we like. Oh, nice. I'm waiting to see. We shall see if my nieces are interested in getting their ears pierced. If they are, Auntie has plenty of earrings. If they want to test drive some. And I also have to stop myself because I see the cute little, like, kid earrings, and I'm like, oh, this would be cute for my niece. But I have to remember that her ears aren't pierced, and I'm like, oh, wait, I can't do that. And I don't want to buy earrings in preemptiveness of that because maybe she won't want to get her ears pierced, either of them. So, I don't want to buy those and just assume. But, oh my gosh. I've seen so many cute little kid earrings. Hello! Welcome, welcome. But I've seen so many little cute kid earrings that I'm like, oh, those would be so adorable. Not gonna do. Where did you get your ears pierced, Spirit? I can't remember because I know we talked about this. I got mine done at Claire's, which I know is where you don't want to go. I could never do the gauged stuff. Only because, like for instance, right now with my ears, right? I have 3 piercings on my earlobe and then the one cartilage piercing on my right ear. And I've gotten sick of the ones on my ear, or the back ones on my earlobe at least. So if I'd get sick of those, I would imagine if I gauged my ears and I, decided I was sick of that, that would be a problem for me. But yeah, which I need to put earrings back in my second ear holes because I would like to keep both of those, I think. But there was a time when I was influenced by a character I saw on TV and I was like, I think, when did I get these done? I think when I was like 16 or something. But I was like, oh, I want 3 piercings on my earlobe. And let me tell you something. It might be, what's the word? They might be, nice looking or whatever. And I don't know if it's because I have small earlobes or what, but it became a pain in the butt real freaking quickly just because they are so close together that it's just become, not painful really, but I'll just say uncomfortable to have earrings in all 3 of them at the same time. And if you're not going to do that, if you have that, then what's the point? So, Oh, yeah, it still is a hair salon. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Because that's where I went to get my hair done for graduation. Yep. I didn't know they did piercings there, though. But yeah, I got mine done at Claire's in the mall back in the day. I know people say that is not the way to go. And I completely understand people not wanting to. I totally get it. But, because I had my ears pierced a couple times. I think the other time, back when I was younger, before I let the holes close and I had to get them re-pierced again when I was 16, I believe that was at a hair salon, now that I think about it. So that would make sense. Are these all... Okay. So this one's got 2 patties, 3, 4, so I need 4 patties there. Let's go ahead and get her order. Right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we need 5 patties, all medium rare. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, yep. I remember that scene, and that sounds about right. Now, see, can I just say, I want to say something about that point. I do not understand people getting, like, little babies' ears pierced, because obviously you have to clean them and have maintenance, but little babies, like, pull things. Like, they pull their own hair. I would be so scared to give a baby piercings and have them rip them out of their little ears, you know? And I'm not saying all babies would do that, but whenever I see, like, bitty tiny babies with ear piercings, I'm just like, oh, I would be afraid they'd rip that out, even if it's like a tiny earring. Or, God forbid, what if they like got it out of their ear and like put it in their mouth? Like, I'd be too scared. Oh yeah, that's a fair point, because their earlobes are still growing. Yep, that too. Caught on clothes, all that stuff. Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't think that's the best idea. Is it cute? Yeah, it's kind of cute, for sure, but it just seems like a terrible idea in the context of, like, how babies are and what babies do. Ah, so you had, like, all the stuff. Yeah, see, I never... Not that it would have been allowed at my house anyway, but was never interested in getting my tongue pierced. That always scared me a little bit. I've never been interested in piercing anything except for my ears. I think. I'm trying to remember if I've ever had a feeling of like, oh, I should do that. I don't think so. I think I've only ever been interested in piercing my ears. Hey, whatever. Whatever reason you did it for. That is okay. Oh yeah, you probably would. Oh yeah, have you seen, which I think there's some people getting parts pierced that just like with the babies, I feel like as an adult it would be a hazard. But the people that get the, oh, what are those? The dimple piercings in their back, Have you guys seen those? I'm just like, how does that not snag on every piece of clothing that you wear? Like, it makes me, like, cringe up on the inside of, like, oh, I could just see, like, a shirt thread getting caught on that and just ripping it out. I'm like, ugh. Well, that might be a fair point. You might be right about that one. Right? That would probably be uncomfortable too. But I feel like people are getting bored with piercing, like what I would say, I say this in quotations, the normal stuff. I feel like people are getting bored with, piercing the stuff everyone's always, and they're like, I gotta come up with something different. And they're just trying to find new things to pierce on their body that don't need to be pierced. And it's just like, why are we done? Why? Why are we doing that? And they just seem so painful too, a lot of them. So I just, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm one of those people that's like, it's your body, do what you want. But there's some, body parts, areas that I've seen pierced, and I'm just like, how is that practical at all? Well, I remember too with that, like, I wouldn't say irritated, but like in the healing process and like having the earring in bothered you. I remember. So, I mean, you could get it done again, but you just have to leave it in. But it seemed like that bothered you to have an ear piercing up there, which that might have just been you getting used to it and you just didn't go through the process, but I don't think it was that bad. I will say it, for me at least, in the context of ear piercing, um, I will say the cartilage one hurt a little bit more than the earlobe, but that kind of makes sense, I think. Feels like it's to be expected, considering. Um, yeah, the earlobe just stings a little bit. Cartilage, I would say, I wouldn't technically say cartilage hurt per se, but it did have like a little bit of a stronger sensation than the earlobe. Which once again makes sense, because it just does. Oh yeah, that's true. So you could try the other ear maybe, if that's still an issue. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Could be a compliment. Oh. Oh, my bad. Boop. Boop. I almost double flipped. Okay. And then burger. And then cheese. Another burger. A bit of more cheese. Tomato. Burger bun. There we go. That's true. That's true, because you only really need your headset sometimes, when every once in a blue moon someone calls you. Which is a rare occasion. Rare occasion indeed. Yeah, I feel like we all as teenagers, to a different degree, were probably doing stuff we regret or shouldn't have been doing, I would say. But that's okay. I feel like sometimes some of that stuff's just part of life. Oh yeah, this guy had like 3, so I need... They're all medium. 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Yeah, my ears are the only thing I want to deal with because I got too many earrings. So I'm gonna have to keep at least one ear piercing because I just have too many earrings and I like earrings. So but yeah, I just don't want to fiddle with any other stuff. Oh, there we go. Drag ticket. Okay. Burger. Lettuce. Pickle. Onion. Tomato. Bun. Done. Yeah. Public school will definitely teach you some stuff, I would say. Let's see. Burger. Cheese. Onion. Tomato. Barbecue sauce. Bun. Boom. Alright. We're getting steady 90, 85 percentile on these. Burger. Cheese. Burger. That cheese is kind of lopsided. Cheese. Burger. Whoops. Cheese. Mayo. Whoops, that's kind of lopsided too. As long as it's on the burger, it all eats the same. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Whoops. Hello! Sorry, you two. I almost forgot to take your orders. That would have been bad. Yeah, I will say, and I know Spirit and I have talked about this, like, public school is not a pleasant experience for me. You could not pay me money. I'm sure we did too. I'm sure we did as well. What do we need? 2 mediums. Okay. But yeah, you couldn't pay me enough money to go back to public school. Absolutely not. Too much mess, too many terrible people. You couldn't pay me. Which is really sad, because somebody could come to me right now and be like, we will pay off all of your debts and, like, pay you for the rest of your life if you do high school one more time. I couldn't do it. And when I say do high school one more time, I don't necessarily mean the classes. I mean, like, as if time travel existed and I had to go back and do it again as my teenage self. Nope. Couldn't do it. Well, I mean, I guess that kept them on the safer side, huh? There we go. There you go. Tomato, onion, lettuce, burger, lettuce, onion, tomato, bun. There we go. Spirit and I were not the party folk. We were the hang out with your select group of people folk, is how I would describe us. Like, we hung out, but we just hung out with a select few people, and we were not the partier type. So I was probably considered uncool per se, but I'm a very introverted personality type, I would say. I like the people that I like, but I feel like I have a limited, like, interaction battery. And when it runs out, it runs out. So I could never be like the go to parties all the time and, all that kind of person. Now, there are a couple, things that I wish I kind of did, um, when I was that age. But a lot of the stuff I'm just like, I don't mind that I missed out on that. Just like a lot of people, like, once they turn 21, like early 20s, bar hop and club and stuff. That was just never my thing. I did bar hopping one time, and it was for a friend, when she turned 21, because that's what she wanted to do. But I couldn't even drink because I drove myself, so it didn't matter. We didn't plan that well, now that I think about it. Because if she wanted her friends to drink with her, we all shouldn't have driven ourselves. Hello, welcome in. We've just been having all kinds of fun combos so far this morning. Oh yeah, public bathrooms are, yeah. When Prometheus and I were coming back from Louisiana a couple weeks ago and going down through like 5 states, every time we had to stop to pee at a gas station, I'm like, please don't let the bathroom be awful. We're doing good. We're just hanging out, making some burgers, chatting about all kinds of stuff. Chat, chat, chat. Yeah, especially those. I haven't been to many of those, but I've been to a couple. Mm-hmm. Right? Exactly. Any, like, long drive, it's like, oh man, we're going through X amount of states here. The bathroom cleanliness may not be up to par. Yes, tomorrow should be regularly scheduled programming. Might try to hype myself up for that one game I was talking about earlier. I really want to play it on stream with you guys. And now that I have my new controller cord, I don't have to worry about that problem. But, like I said earlier, it's going to require my mental fortitude because there's actual plot, so I'm going to have to pay attention. And I don't want to do it a disservice by not paying attention, so I need to make sure my brain is, like, in it, so to speak. That's true. What game is it? So, it's an older game that I loved. It's like a remastered version, so I'm really excited to see what the in-game graphics look like, because, no offense, but depending on the game and what the character looked like, and any of us that played PlayStation 1 will know what I'm talking about, sometimes the graphics were crap. And this particular game, like, the main character, in my opinion, it's such a stunning character design, but it did not translate well to PlayStation 1, like, in-game graphics. You'll see what I'm talking about, because I'm hoping that the opening cinematic is included. But I just think the character design for the main character is so cool looking, and it looks terrible in PlayStation 1 graphics. So I saw, like, a screenshot on the remastered page of, like, what it's supposed to look like in game, and I hope it does, because it is a vast improvement. The game is, it's Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. We've played Legacy of Kain, like, the first one back in the day on one of our retro streams, which was, like, it was like a side-scroller, different main character, but it was like a side-scroller. So this is like a couple games down from that one. So same series, but we're a couple games forward and it's a different main character. I'm not gonna say any more than that. But yeah, I find the main character design very, very, I think it's very stunning looking. Like, you'll see what I'm talking about. It could also be considered, like, grotesque, I suppose you could say. I just think it's a very innovative, like, beautiful character design. Like, I remember I don't remember how old I was when that game came out when I played it, but I remember being amazed by the character design, and then being so disappointed when the game starts and you see what it looks like in-game, and you're like, ooh, that's not what I was hoping that would look like. Because as much as we all loved PlayStation, limitations of the time really nipped some of those games in the bud. Almost put an extra patty on that. excuse me. Okay, patty, mustard, or I'm sorry, mayo, lettuce, onion, mayo, burger. There we go. Yeah, not a lot of saucing going on some of these. You need some condiments the further up the burger stacks. Let me put this over here. I'll go ahead and get these ones started at least. But yeah, I need to fiddle with my emulators some more and try to play some more of those games. I'm really disappointed. What was that one that we were playing? What was it called? It was that Resident Evil game that was just acting terribly. What was that? Dark Side Chronicles? I want to try that one again and see if it plays just as crappily or if that was just a fluke, because I was so upset when that played so terribly for you guys. Like, it was awful. No, it wasn't right. I think it was called Dark Side Chronicles. It was that Wii one that we were playing on the emulator that just had horrible glitching happening. 1, 2, 3. Okay. But I've never played that game, so I wanted to play it and finish it. But it was just acting terribly. I might have to play like a tiny bit of it on our save file off stream and just see, because I don't know what happened, y'all. I don't think the game is crappy, I will say. I don't think the game's crappy at all. So I don't know, which I take it with a grain of salt, because considering it was a Wii game, maybe those, and anybody that has emulated a Wii game that, you know, has had differently, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe those just don't translate well on computers, you know? So unless I can find a way to rig it where we can control that a little better, yeah. It makes me so sad, because I want to play all those games, and like I said, that game there in particular, I always wanted to play that, and I never had it. And apparently it's rare to be able to find, like, an actual copy of it, like an actual copy for the Wii, or I would, like, play it on my personal time, but it was one of those ones that they didn't print a lot of them from what I read, so, and anybody on, and there was also, I think there was a PlayStation version as well, now that I say that, but I haven't found an emulated version of that version, because that would be ideal, but, since it was like limited print, anybody that I've seen on like eBay or something that has a copy of either the PlayStation version or the Wii one, they want like an insane amount of money for it. And it's just like, I want it, but I don't want it that badly. So, we shall see. We'll put a pin in it maybe and come back to it at some point. Oh, do you guys? Yeah, that was one that I missed. I missed out on back on in our Wii days. And then we need to play Eternal Darkness again, although it's going to be the chapter that I don't know why, but I hate that chapter that we're about to come upon the most. I remember distinctly. That one worked pretty decently on the emulator, so he's doing good. We've got some stuff around the house to do today, so he's currently doing one of those things while I'm doing this. And, we're gonna try, which hopefully we can finish it all, but if we need an air pump for the thing we have to put in our pool, we might have to wait on that part. But we're gonna try to get the pool prepared to shut down for the winter. So, yeah, keyword try, but I know we need to try to go ahead and get it done if we're gonna leave it up and, like, winterize it, because, as I was saying earlier in the stream, I just know that weather is gonna turn real quick. Like, by the time we get to the end of October, it's probably going to do what it usually does and go straight to winter on us. And then we won't want to stand outside and freeze our butts off doing that, so. I'm going to turn for just a second, guys. I need my water. Because I'm enjoying the chatting today. You guys are keeping me chatting. And my throat is drying out. Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. Yep, I've noticed that too happening in the wee hours of the morn. Yep. You are correct. For sure, for sure. Oh, yeah. I love winter and I hate it. Well, let me rephrase that. I love what I call a dry winter, which is no snow. If it's just a little bit icy and cold, and so, that's fine. A little frosty, I'm okay with that. But snow, if it's anything more than like a light dusting, I just can't. Only because I have to, you know. Yeah, I don't like dry air in the winter. But but snow, like a lot of snow, I don't like. Now, I don't have to drive to go to my job, but Prometheus does. And last year we literally had to dig out his car, so I'm not down for it. Yep. Yeah, we need to tidy our garage so we have that option too. Because that might be better, actually, now that you say that in the winter. It might be better to just at least have his car in the garage. Like mine, it doesn't matter as much, only because, like I said, I don't have to go into an office to work, so if mine got froze over, it's not as big of a deal, but we could at least make it to where he could put his in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is something about the spirit of winter of like sitting inside, like cuddled under a blanket in like soft, warm clothes, looking out the window. Yeah. Which we'll see how it goes. I'm thinking of putting up a Christmas tree this year again that has ornaments on it. We'll see how it survives, if we do. Yep, hot chocolate. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, there's good stuff about the winter season, don't get me wrong. This is going to be that huge burger with like all the burgers on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 patties. But yeah, there's like something nostalgic about every season, but well, our problem is our kitties love the Christmas tree a little too much, i.e. they like to attack it. So, for the last couple years, which even that one didn't survive the mercy, we had to rewire the cord because someone chewed the cord like 3 days after we put the tree up. But we've been using the last couple years one of those prismatic Christmas trees because my favorite Christmas tree that we put up like the first, I want to say, year or two that we had Christmas here, it's a fiber optic tree. They don't sell those anymore. And we had that up, and our pesky little kitten, she stripped like one of the branches of all the fake tree stuff, and it was down to the fiber optic, and I was like, I don't want her to destroy this tree that I love so much. So we alternated to like the prismatic one, and that one survived well, don't get me wrong. But we have the fiber optic, we have that one, and then we also have one that I haven't tried yet to use that has the ornaments on it. Have you guys seen those, like, I don't want to say deflatable because it's not an inflatable tree. Those trees that, like, collapse and then they pop up and they already have all the stuff on them? Those ones? My stepmom gave me one of those, and I want to try that one and see how it functions. Not that I want that one to get destroyed, but I figure, you know, if that one were to get torn up a little bit, that one's not as expensive or hard to replace as the fiber optic tree. So, don't get me wrong, I love my kitties very dearly, but I wish they'd leave the Christmas tree alone so that mommy could decorate and have her decorations out and have them not be destroyed. They're fake. Yeah, all our Christmas trees are fake. We don't do the real ones. For not only mess purposes, but once again, kitty cats. smell of real trees too, but not the cleanup. You know, I've never had a real tree personally, but I've seen people that have, and the cleanup and the mess. And some people have accidentally brought trees in their house that, like, had bugs in them and stuff. Yeah, I just don't have the patience for that. And especially with the kitties, I don't want them chewing on a real tree. So I would much rather they chew a fake one or rip stuff off a fake one than a real one. Still annoys me, but I'm less worried for their safety in a way. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I wish ours were like that, Spirit. Because I would say, like, our littlest cat is the worst, but a couple of the other cats help contribute, unfortunately. Oh no. Yes, that too. Fire hazard. For sure. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, excuse me. But yeah, I do like decorating for Christmas, though. And what's great about that prismatic tree that we have is, like, if we really wanted to, which we would definitely have to protect the cord since Idjamit, you know, chewed a hole in it. But that one could go outside if we wanted to put it outside to decorate. Oh no, I bet that took forever to clean up. Oh yeah, I feel like cats are plotting constantly. Like, what can I destroy in the house today? Oh, okay. I didn't put the burger on yet. I confused myself for a second. Like, wait a second. Yeah, I don't think any of the... I'm trying to think of any of the ornaments we have. I don't think any of our ornaments are glass that we've ever used. I feel like that's the one material I have avoiding Christmas ornaments. Which, that's unfortunate that... Especially if your living room was carpet. That's unfortunate that those broke on carpet. Because I would think that'd be, like, the safest place to have glass ornaments. Oh, no. Yeah, we have... The only heirloom ornaments I have are... My family had their tradition for a few years of my life. We don't do it anymore, sadly. But up to, I don't remember what age, every year they'd get me one of those engraved, like, brass ornaments with, like, my name and stuff on it. So those are the only heirloom ornaments that I have, and those aren't getting broken if they fall off the tree, so... But yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, I've had kitties destroy things that I can't replace. Okay, do we have enough for any upgrades? Let me check. I don't know if we do. Let's see. Okay, we don't have enough yet for the upgrades that I want. We don't seem to have a problem in this game with waiting, because we haven't gotten any bad... Oh no. Okay, so we don't have quite enough for the good stuff yet. Yeah, I can understand being mad when they break stuff. My kitties have gotten some light spankings in their day. And then I just have to walk away. I wish my cat, I love him, but he's an idiot, God bless him. I wish he'd stop eating, like, we have a scratcher for them in the living room, and it's like, it looks like little mushrooms, and they're on a base with, like, that fake grass. And he keeps eating the fake grass. The problem is the fake grass is not edible. So then he proceeds to, like, spit it up on the carpet somewhere, and then I have to clean it. And it's like, sir, if you'd stop eating the fake grass, that would prevent that problem. And he's got the little girl doing it too. And it's like, sir. Like, they influence each other in the worst way. Ugh. The worst. I love them, but oh man, sometimes I just want to thunk their little head. Just thump them between the eyebrows and be like, ma'am or sir, what are you doing? Could we not? Mm-mm-mm. Can I just say, not to change the subject, I'm super surprised considering how much you guys have had me talking today. I'm shocked I haven't, not to jinx myself, I'm shocked I haven't messed up any of these burgers yet. Since I'm looking at what you guys are saying and looking over here and looking over here, I'm shocked that I haven't missed anything yet. Hello. Let me have your order, madame. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like with burgers, you should always have the burger, like, on the bottom. And then the toppings on top, so that you're not getting, like, burger juice all over your toppings. Is that an unusual take? I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like we all have colorful names for our cats that, that we call them when they do terrible things. Exactly, yeah, that's the way I think of it too. It's like they're toppings. They're supposed to go on top of the burger. Because I just think it's weird to mix your burger, like, in between your toppings. Yep. I would hope I don't gentle parent mine, but he's a brat, so who knows. Maybe I do. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. Mine's definitely spoiled, because before I moved in with my husband, and, like, we have the other three kitties, because he had two, and then I had one, and then we got another one. I feel like my cat, you know, gets extra spoiled, or not extra, but I try to make him okay because he was an only kitty, and now he's got siblings, and I know it just drives him up the wall that he doesn't have just me all to himself. Yeah, this seems like it wouldn't work well in real life. To put that in between all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. Although I feel like, you know, it's just a thing with cat hair. I feel like even if they don't get on the counter or on your table or anything like that, I feel like their hair still finds a way to infiltrate everything. You know? Like, I took a paper plate out of a closed cabinet this morning, and it somehow had a kitty hair on it. And I'm like, how? How did this get here? Like, this plate has had no contact with kitties whatsoever, and yet, kitty hair. Just one hair to show me that you exist. Yeah, I hope he doesn't think that. He's still my bratty little boy, so I try to make sure he knows. Because he does have special privileges. He's the only cat allowed in my office. So I'm sure the other kitties are jealous about that, because that's the only door, minus my craft room, because that would be dangerous for them. But that's the only door in the house that's, like, closed to them that they can't actually go in. We have a spare bedroom that they could go in, but we keep the door closed, but they're allowed in there. Whereas with my office, he's the only one allowed in, so. Aww. Poor kitty cat. So we need 7? But yeah, he's a brat. I need to put a picture of him in our Discord. He's a brat. The brattiest of brats. But I love him. Hmm? I'm not sure how you mean. Cats think it's okay to do whatever they want. That's what I've learned from owning cats. Like, sometimes they will follow rules and stuff, but I feel like a lot of the time, cats just, like, they just think they can do whatever. They're just like, I'm the queen or king of this castle, and it doesn't matter what you say. And it's like, listen here, you little brat. Oh, what's this one? Barbecue, onion, burger, cheese, another burger, another cheese, tomato, top bun. There we go. Super glue and duct tape. Super glue and duct tape necessary for all potential household fixes. For sure. I say, I hope that's good, sir. I don't know if I'd say bare bones per se, but yeah, I feel like you can definitely tell when you walk into someone's house, a guy's house, if he's got a wife or a girlfriend. You can definitely tell. I was gonna say, Prometheus at least had a couch. He had a couch and a love seat. So that's good. Hey, I didn't say anything bad. You just jumped in. I didn't say nothing bad. Yep, we like knickknacks. I said you did have stuff, Prometheus. Yes, he did. He had a bed frame. He had a whole bedroom set, actually. And a couch and a love seat. So he was doing pretty good. But yeah, women definitely add like knickknacks and like wall decoration and stuff, I would say. Because like we have like, which we need to put more up, but like we have family pictures and stuff on the wall, but I also put up like decorative things, and there's decorative things in the bathrooms and all that kind of stuff. Clutter, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, had an entertainment center. He did not have any axes or swords hanging on the wall, but I mean, if he wanted to, I wouldn't have had a problem with that. I don't recall if he had wall decorations. I can't remember. I want to say no, but yeah, that's exactly right. I was going to say, I have a pair of scythes somewhere that I think they're at my dad's house that I want to hang back up on the wall. Yep, posters, that's right. He did have posters. Oh, let me build this. Hold on a second, guys. Pickle, pickle, onion, burger, mustard. This guy likes pickles. Another pickle. There you go. Yeah, you had posters. So there was something. Yeah, walked right in. We were talking about that stuff. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, the mustard and ketchup man. Yeah, someone said that guys don't usually have decor in their apartments. I believe is how the conversation started. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was defending. I said you did not have bare bone things. Like, you had a full bedroom set, you had a couch and a love seat, all that jazz. Right. And I feel like women, like, this is just my opinion, I feel like women care a lot more about, like, knick-knack stuff than guys do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, knick-knack, sit-around stuff, I feel like women just like that stuff a little better. Care about it more. Yep. Oh, you sent them to the grocery store? Okay. I feel like this is about to go bad. Oh no. Now, see, I've never done that. Now, I've been known to go to Hobby, not really anymore, but I do get decorative things, but I would never spend like my whole paycheck on it or something. Or like if I got sent with grocery money, I wouldn't do a side quest to Hobby Lobby and spend it on a bunch of decorative pillows. Don't ban me. I have never come back with a carload of decorative stuff, ever. I've never done that. I've come back with decorative things, I will admit. But I've never come back with, like, a car filled to the brim with decorative stuff. Like, I buy it in, like, slow quantities. I do get stuff from there. But, like, I've never went and spent, like, a whole paycheck or something on that. Ever. Oh, whoops. My bad. Meant to go oh, God! There's 4 people. Because, yeah, I'm not denying that I do. I'm just saying that I don't, like, fill my car to the brim with stuff. From those stores. That's all. Because there's a lot, and actually to Bean's comment that I just saw a couple comments back, we would have more decorative stuff if we didn't have cats. So I actually control myself fairly well because I know my cats would destroy most of the stuff I'd like to put in the house. I did do that, yeah. I did buy some crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 burgers. Yep, no more Joanne's. Hey, to be fair, His wallet is fine, because when I go out and spend money on that stuff, I was about to say, I spend my own money. So, I have never spent any of his money on decorative stuff. Yeah, we're sad about Joanne's too. Which at least, like, the fabric side of Joanne's is getting absorbed into Michael's, I guess, because at least that we still have that, but... Yeah... 'Tis an unfortunate circumstance. If he's with me, I still spend my own on that stuff. Yeah. Now, if we're buying communal stuff like groceries or whatnot, that's different. But if I'm buying, just like when he buys like computer stuff and whatnot, he spends his own money on that. Let's see. Alright. Burger. Cheese. Ketchup. Onion. Lettuce. Tomato. Bun. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, I'm one of those people that, like, when it comes to money, like, not counting, like, mutual stuff like bills and whatnot, I don't care what you spend your own money on. The only time we would need to, like, discuss is if you plan to go out and spend something or buy something that's, like, $1,000. Then I'd like to have a discussion on it just because that's a lot of money. That's not necessarily saying you couldn't still get the thing, but I just feel like you need to discuss it if it's something that expensive. Wait a minute. Wait. I've put too many burgers. There we go. I accidentally put an extra burger. I was like, wait a second, that doesn't seem right. Did I mess something up? Oops. Is that the first one I've messed up? See, I jinxed myself because I said something earlier. I don't know what I messed up on that one. It looked right. There we go. Okay. Pickle. Burger. Ketchup. Onion. Mustard. Bun. There we go. Ta-da! Yeah, I've got to cluster these out a little better. But yeah, that's my only rule with money stuff. Otherwise, it's like, if you want to spend your money on something, you go right ahead. Real line cook. I still don't know what I messed up on that one. Dagnabbit. Yeah, the joy of bills. Yeah, that is the unfortunate bit about adulting. Ooh, okay. I gotta pay attention on this one. This is not the same cook style. Yep, the joy of adulting. Having to spend a bunch of your money on bills. Especially now that we have a house and not like an apartment or a duplex, because it's not like a thing of like, oh, these bills are included. Nope. They're all their own bill now. Yep, everything still works. No, it was very nice. It was a nice duplex. For sure. And like I said too, like considering the housing market where we live, like I started looking for houses like, not that long after we got married, because in my mind I was like, it's probably going to take a while before we get a house, so I'm going to start looking now, preemptively. And then next thing I know, like 2.5 months after we got married, we found a house. I did not expect that to occur. Oh, well, that's not such a bad thing though. Are you saying you regret co-signing on a house with me? Which in our situation, like, we were both on the thing because we each kind of had what the other one needed, so it worked out like that. He had something that was needed, and I had something that was needed. So it worked out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just go ahead and take her order too, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Mm-hmm. And I had the credit score. So it worked out. Yeah, that is, yep, with the bill stuff, that is the other downside of your own house, yep. You gotta do your own maintenance, unfortunately. Oh no. Yeah, that sounds like not a good duplex. That definitely sounds like they, were not doing what they were supposed to be doing. In a nutshell. It's like, you guys are definitely not doing proper maintenance on this place, because we have an infestation. Which is the last thing you want. Yeah, exactly. Like, when we were house hunting, like, half the ones we wanted to look at, we couldn't even get in to get a showing for. Because someone would put an offer in and it would get snatched up before we could even see it. So yeah, that was my thinking, is I was just like, I'll go ahead and start looking, because it's probably going to take a while for us to find a house. I thought it would be like, I don't know, a year, maybe longer before we found something. I really genuinely did. I did not expect us to find a house in 2.5 months. At all. Or like I said, I would have waited a little longer to start looking around. But yeah, that's how the housing market was where we're at. It took, like, we were married in April of 22, and we moved into our house, I think it was mid-June of 22. So we got ours ridiculously fast. And like I said, I didn't expect that, but we just got lucky for whatever reason. I can only assume that it was because the people selling our house wanted to sell it for above market value, but our house is in a good neighborhood, but no one had viewed it. Like, no one had looked at it or put in any offers on it. And my first thought when I heard that was, oh, there's got to be something wrong with it that everyone's finding or something. But we had an inspector that, like, my family from where I'm from trusts, check it out, and there was nothing bad about the house. So we can only assume people weren't bidding on it because it was above market value. So no one had viewed it, no one had bid on it. So it was very easy for us to get in and not only view it, but put a bid on it. Another bid finally came in on it when we were, like, almost done with closing. But I guess they didn't even consider that bid according to our realtor because it was just, I guess it was a really bad offer, like really low. So they didn't even bother to look at that offer. And we were like, oh, thank God. Because we were like in the middle of closing and our realtor's like, oh, they just got another offer. And we were like, no. No. And we never knew the amount, but our realtor told us that it was just such a bad offer that they didn't even consider it. So. Oh yeah, HOAs are the worst. And that's what sucks because, like, a lot of the, what do you call it, subdivisions and stuff going up around here, they're HOAs, unfortunately, the newer builds. So, and we saw a couple of them when we were looking for houses. But, like, yeah, it really sucks because I'm sure in a lot of these neighborhoods, if we wanted to move into, like, a newer house, it would be an HOA. And I can't. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Cannot fathom. What do we need? Cheese. I need another burger. I need another piece of cheese, a tomato, and a bun. There we go. So, there is that. Oh, does it really? That's interesting. Because we're like a street over from you and there was not an HOA. So that's intriguing. Now, see, I do like that. HOA neighborhoods where, like, you can opt out of the HOA. I like that, so that's a good thing. But yeah, do not want an HOA. And the problem is all the new build neighborhoods, the houses we looked at the time, you could not opt out. They were all mandatory HOA, so we were immediately like, no thank you. Lovely house, but no thank you. We do not want any of that. Yeah, I don't know why that's not a mandatory option. I guess probably the only reason I can think of why it's not is because they know a lot of people would opt out and they don't want people to not be in it. So they probably know if they gave that option, a lot of people would be like, yeah, I'd rather not. So they're just like, who will we take money from if everyone opts out? Because I bet if you went to every neighborhood that was HOA and gave that option right now, I would surmise at least half of them would probably opt out. That's just my guess, I would say. Yeah, I'm not saying, you know, and I'm not saying HOAs don't do, what am I trying to say? I'm not saying that they don't maybe do some good things, or some things. However, you know, it just seems, let's do one more. We'll do one more day, guys. And then we'll wrap it up. But yeah, it just seems like the cons outweigh the pros when it comes to, blah, 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 when it comes to HOAs. That's just my opinion. It's okay if someone has a different opinion. Do with that what you will, but, oh, pardon me. Okay. So we're really close to that. But yeah, it just seems like the cons outweigh the pros for me. And my main thing is, like Prometheus said, like, we should be able to say what our house looks like. I don't want some stranger who I pay for an organization that I don't even want to be a part of telling me how I can and can't do things, you know? Well, that's good. Right? Exactly. Right. Or I would always make the exaggerated, you know, thing of like, if I want to paint a rainbow on my house, I want to be able to do it. Not that I want to do that, but you know. Like our house, for example, like I would like because our house is one of those ones where it's like split down the front. So it's like half siding and then half like brick. So I personally, for our house, I would like, and the siding part is white, which I hate. But I personally would like, you know, that part to be blue, and I would like to like whitewash or whatever you call it. I would like to whitewash the brick so that it's like the gray tone, you know? And oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Have to let that cook a little more. So that's a little closer. But yeah, so like stuff like that, just to use our own house as an example, you know, if we were in an HOA, they'd probably throw an ever-loving fit about that and be like, you can't do that because it messes with the uniformity or whatever you call it. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. That's my fault. I'm so sorry. Oh, wait. Did I forget? Did I miss the burger? Whoops. How did that happen? Apparently I didn't click on that well enough. Mm-hmm. And see, I like that too. Like Spirit was saying, like, I like in our... I don't know what to do with that. I like in our neighborhood that, like, none, like, now granted, you can obviously tell they use the same, like, floor plan for some of the houses, but they don't look the same. So... Okay, let me do these two first. So we got a rare and then 3 of the well done. I'm gonna throw that one away. Okay. Yep. Our house was built in '89, and it's not doing too bad, I would say. Those are gonna be cooking for a minute still. Yep. Okay, let's actually put the burger on the bun this time, since I somehow missed the whole burger. I don't know how I did that on that other lady's. Oh no! They got 2 toasted. Shoot. This isn't gonna go well. I'm so sorry, sir. I messed up the cook on my burgers. We're gonna take a quality hit on this. Oh, maybe not too bad. Okay. A little overcooked. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm trying to do them in like little spurts so that people don't have to wait, and I'm misjudging how many people there are. Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna get them in and out of here. Hopefully everyone's will be... Okay, so everyone is same cook time here. Okay, so let's get these 3 going. So I need 1, 2, 3 burgers. Okay. But at least they're all the same cook time. Oh, but yeah, we've gone through a plethora of topics today, guys. My goodness. We've just been talking about everything. Weather, Christmas trees, renting versus owning. Yep, because tomorrow's a holiday for some. Not me. My work does not recognize tomorrow as a holiday, so I will be at work. Yes, you and Prometheus are off tomorrow. Lucky duckies. Am I tripping that when we were kids, Columbus Day was a holiday we got out of school for? Am I wrong about that? Or has that never been a holiday you got out of school for? Because I could have sworn when I was a kid that was a holiday that you got out of school for, but I could be tripping. I'm not sure. Was it? Okay. Because, like, I have this vague memory that was a holiday that we got out of school for. And I wasn't sure if I was just making that up in my head or if that was true. That's what I thought. Because I know, obviously, that's not a holiday they get out now for. And I was just like, did we get out for that when I was a kid? Whoops. Hold on. My bad. This is the one where she puts the toppings first and then the burger. And then more toppings. Okay. It's a little drunk, but it's in the right order. Really, ma'am? That is what you ordered. It's just a little it's just a little lopsided, is all. It's just a little drunk. It'll all go down the same. Yep. Now that they both go to school, you have a quiet house with which to get stuff done. I agree. Well, I have to work tomorrow. My work does not recognize that as a holiday. So... I will be working. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Get both of those. Alright, bun. Pickle. Pickle. Onion. Burger. Mustard. Pickle. Bun. Oh, he's getting his boosters. Goose is getting his boosters. He's gonna be thrilled about that, I'm sure. You better have the treats ready to go. Really, sir? Really? That is most definitely what you ordered. I don't know why you're complaining. Goodness. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Well, I stayed on a little longer today because we were having fun, having good conversation, but Prometheus and I do have some stuff we need to try to get done today, so I am going to go ahead and let you guys go. I hope everyone has an awesome rest of their weekend, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys!